they're saying that
No, they're saying it's their
Austin and
fault.
Buttigieg were DEI hires, gay and Black.
This didn't gonna work out well for him.
Yeah, but like that sound, can we skip to the good part? Welcome to the A Collective.
The girls are fighting.
The media is already sending
Where sisterhood meets sad.
Girl, this is funny. This.
Oh, I'm putting bloopers in at the end of every episode.
All right, y'all. Welcome into another episode of the A Collective. I'm Shannon, and I've got my friends with me. I got my sisters with me. Who wants to go?
I mean, you normally go.
You got
I
it.
get to
today.
go next?
Shannon. Yes.
No, I was talking to Stacy because normally she goes after. So my name's Stacy.
And I'm LV.
Yay! Just kidding.
Guys, you know who we are. I'm
yeah,
Stacy.
you know who we are by now. But I mean, you never know when someone's just first time.
Yep. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Whoop. We are on the second week of the Trump presidency. The world's a dumpster fire, right? Well, America's a little bit of a dumpster fire right now. What do we think, y'all?
America is ghetto.
The ghetto. We're in the midst of a little bit of a dumpster fire right now,
Yeah.
just because things are so topsy-turvy. Lots of chaos going on, y'all. Lots of chaos. So where do we really want to start with all the chaos? Because it's everywhere. It's just all over the place.
Can we be sequential? And let's think about what happened at the beginning of the week. The cutting of funds, right? Was that the freeze?
Was
on
that? It was
federal-
the memo.
Yeah, the
Yes.
memo came out late Monday night. I saw it and was like, oh, this is ambiguous. So what does this mean? Clearly, nobody else knew what it meant either.
Well, and here's the thing that I don't fully understand is MAGA is just running around, even from the moment it hit the news, being like, well, this is what we asked for. Trump getting things done. And it's like, no one knows what it includes. Actual government agencies didn't know what it included because it was so vague that it caused a massive amount of chaos. Yet MAGA somehow magically knows that this is a really good thing and it's only these things and it's not these things. And I'm like,
But lots of people even though it wasn't supposed to affect Medicaid portals were closed. Organizations that get grants from the federal government to do food insecurity work, advocacy work for
okay.
foster kids, all kinds of things. Put them in a tailspin and in limbo. Like I had a friend who I was like, hey, so when do you want to meet about this other project? She's like, I have spent the week trying to save people's jobs based on what happened with this executive order. We're scrambling trying to still figure it out. And I don't think they still have clarity.
Well, I think it's blocked right now. We had another crisis on Wednesday, but the judge, I'm trying to think, it's just been so much. It's blocked.
I think the judge blocked it, but only for a period of time until they could get everything worked out. And then I think that was Tuesday. No, that was Monday because it was going into effect by 5 p.m. So then the judge blocked it before it went into effect. And then the next day, the White House rescinds it. Or maybe 2 days later, the White House rescinded it. But they're saying it's still they just are going to make it more streamlined. But it's like, why is everything coming out of them so vague? I mean, I know why, but like...
Saw something today about a judge blocking something this afternoon.
I don't know.
Judge
I haven't
blocked
heard
something
that.
else?
Yes, about pertaining to this.
They're blocking shit right and left, aren't
Yeah,
they?
so...
Well, they were getting sued out the ass by like everyone.
They don't care.
I know.
So, and it's just one of those things that like chaos. And who is up in this administration doing this stuff in the middle of the night? What are y'all doing?
We're looking for...
No, I'm talking about the administration.
Oh,
What are y'all doing in the middle of the night? I'm like, what is happening?
Well, yeah, because they don't want anyone to see it.
Yeah, they're powering stuff through. So,
I mean, they did this because I keep thinking, everybody's talking about him firing these inspectors general, right? Does no one remember that he did this the last time around? He fired a bunch of them last time.
but they're refusing to leave, right?
No, because
Yeah.
the last ones kind of threw a fit, but didn't go far enough.
Yeah.
But he did this in his first term.
But why? This is not a reality show.
Well, I had someone basically say he gets like the chaos is exciting and like they were standing up for him in this manner, and I was like, "This is gonna get
Well,
me
he
banned
does
from
like he
TikTok."
does like chaos. So remember, there was a lot of
Right.
chaos last term with him. He does like a lot of chaos, but I think this chaos is a little bit more strategic.
Yeah,
It's
wait,
Project
because-
2025, Stephen Miller Heritage Foundation laid out plan.
That, but also testing the waters to
Sure,
see
Absolutely.
what they can and can't get away with, what we're putting a stink up about, what we're not. Just how far are they going to be able to go with things?
100%. But the thing is, this woman was defending him in this manner, being like, he's a reality TV show star. Like, he lives for the chaos and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, and you support that.
Can
like,
she
let
read?
him go back to TV then, you crazy ass.
I bet she's a window licker.
I mean, I don't know.
I think
I mean,
there's
it's
no...
just that went on. So that's still like all of us are scrambling to even figure out what's going on with it now, right? We don't know. We live here. We don't know. What do you think about the new press secretary? How do you think she's doing?
What do you mean, Kaylee Macca, I don't give a shit 2.0?
Uh-huh.
She's spicy. I mean, when I say spicy, I mean like the two times I've seen her, she's very abrupt. She's very, I feel like, abrasive. Like,
Loud and wrong.
Like, do you really want to do this job? I mean, because if you don't, step aside.
I know she's 27 years old. She has a husband that is 30-something years older than her.
Well, she really has to yell at him. And that's why she sounds like that.
Maybe. But she is
Might be hard
lying up a storm. And so I'm like, okay, girl. I mean, but I guess those are the credentials that you have to have, be a proficient liar.
Kaylee
They're all
did.
lying.
Spicer, Spanky.
Shun.
Was it? I mean, eventually they're gonna hit burnout, but
They all do.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but the lying is incessant. Like Marco Rubio, I forget. I was looking at the news or
Like,
had the news on, and he's on his way to the Panama Canal, but he was like lying and insisting about something that was like totally wrong, that's been proven as fact. And I'm very concerned that we have just normalized
Telling
lying.
lies.
Yeah. And like with a straight face, standing 10 toes down in the lies. What does that say to what lesson are we teaching our kids when we do this kind of behavior?
Well, the president's lying. So it's coming from top and pushed down from all of his people. Like, think about that. The commander-in-chief is lying.
What does it say about the state of our country when
It's a shit show. Yeah, it's a shit
they're
show.
willing to go along with those lies? Are the people so desperate for power that they're willing
Absolutely.
to do that?
But how long have we been going through this? When he started campaigning, that's when the lies started. I mean, politics has always been a dirty game, and I don't think people are ever really truthful. But the level that he took this through,
He ain't out here finessing. He's straight up lying.
he just lies.
Because, a lot of politicians will finesse things. They're being very political and they're finessing it. But no, he outright lying. It's really right, but he's saying, no, it's left. It's left. Sky is purple. No, it's blue. No, I said it was purple. Blue is fake news. The fact that it's blue is fake news. That's not really true.
Well, it's bad when ChatGPT recognizes that he wants to be a dictator.
Wow. Did it really?
They don't like you to be, they don't like when you ask them to not be nice, but I may have danced around it, never used his name.
I like the creativity here.
Yeah. And the second response was talking about bingo cards and things like calls the press fake news and says things like, I alone will fix it. I was like, and I specifically asked about people who still who are still believing in a leader that clearly wants to be a dictator. And it knew what I was talking about.
We're on a slippery slope because, baby, this is how the cookie starts to crumble.
Always crumbling.
And we got a trail of crumbs. So, I mean, I'm just thinking about that. So that was early in the week. Then I'm trying to think what else happened this week before we get to the plane crash.
So the plane crash kind of happened mid to late.
It was
week.
Wednesday.
And so that kind of took the focus off of kind of all the other things. But then there have been just dumpster fires that have happened as a result of the crash.
Okay.
I just had a moment. There's all the people saying like if the Black Hawk flew into the plane, right? Like it was purposeful, this, that, and the other. And while I don't totally believe that, like I think that's probably going a titch too far. But all of a sudden I was like, what if they ordered that to be done so that we'd all pay attention to that? And now they're doing something even like more insane. And it just caused like a massive amount of internal screaming.
Yeah. One heinous act, you know, to cover up another more
I
heinous
don't put anything past them.
And the lack of decorum that came from that press conference yesterday was despicable. It was despicable. As a leader of the country, you expect some compassion. If you don't have all the details, that's fine. You could have gotten up there and said, we are investigating, but we are, as a nation, are praying for the victims and their families.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's what Obama, that's what Biden did. That's all you had to do. It became a political rally.
He can't help himself.
But what are you? I don't understand the purpose. That is not the appropriate time.
Yes, no soul.
And then he took it one step further.
Soul.
Like last night when they asked him, was he going to visit the site? And he said, the site? You mean the water? Do you want me to go swimming?
Let me go swimming?
I mean, he has a face, okay?
But I was impressed. A Fox News host apparently was not
pleased with him.
Ooh, she had some things to say. Yeah. And I was impressed. I was like, well, you're going to get fired. But yeah, she was like, that was inappropriate. It was unpresidential, all the things. And then I did, when I heard the sound clip, because like I obviously I didn't see it live. And I was like, how the fuck is he our president again?
Yeah. And it's one of those things that I didn't see it in real time, but I heard about it. And I was like, let me go back. He didn't say it. I know this bitch didn't say that. But he did. He did.
Yes, he did.
He was fine with it. And that was during the time he was signing the new executive order that took all of the blame off of him for what happened in his administration and put it on Biden and Obama and DEI.
He signed an executive order.
Girl wasted some paper.
I didn't realize that he had signed an executive order around this.
Yes, and that's why the press was all there, because he drafted some paper. Can you imagine being on that administration? Let's go draft up an executive order. Do you know how flimsy executive orders seem now? Because you drafted them up.
Crazy.
Nuts. And so it's just like, wow. All you had to do was have a shred of humanity and decency during this time. Those were children that were on board that flight. And so
the future's lost.
That's what we need to be thinking about. And yes, do an investigation on what actually happened to avoid it from happening in the future. Like, learn from that. But obviously, we had another plane crash today as we are filming in Philly. Commander-in-Chief, you were the one that got rid of a lot of air traffic control.
And you caused hiring on additional ones.
Pretty much gutted FAA, but it's not on you. And what are you talking about, Obama? Has not been the president in I don't know how long, but you were sure leaned over and kikiing with him. He is a mediocre man that is so intimidated by President Obama.
Absolutely.
Obama is something you can never be a third of.
Got that right.
Never. And that eats him up. And the fact that he is a black man, that's why he continues to throw out DEI, because I guess he was a DEI president. And shit, while we're talking about DEI, it's DEI. If we are talking about people with disabilities, because you are not going to tell me that man is not disabled. There's something wrong. It is something wrong.
The thing with DEI is it's not to just give any dumb schmuck a job. It's just saying you can't not hire them because they're a specific gender or race or, like, he's worse than DEI. He is Nepo Baby Central. Fucking
yes, he is.
Let's just talk about them. Have we did him? I think he's in diapers, allegedly. That means his bowels are loose. Okay, let's talk about that.
Donnie
His
diapers.
posture is leaning forward like somebody that definitely, we've seen that with people that, have an altered psychological
But
state.
yeah, they say people with dementia kind of lean.
Huh?
He's been
Really?
leaning
He leans
for a
forward.
while now.
Doesn't he have a club foot? He wears little heels. So that means he has a disability. He can get a check. Have y'all not seen him? Like last term when he held up that Bible?
Upside
He had
down.
on some little heels.
Is that where Kitten Heel DeSantis got his?
Baby,
Do they
it's
shop in the
nice.
same shoe store?
DeSantis?
Huh?
Kitten Heel
DeSantis.
DeSantis?
Those rain boots had a heel.
Baby,
I can't
'cause-
take credit
seen
for
that.
that. I heard that somewhere, but
So
yeah.
I saw the little heel on Jimmy Kimmel did a whole thing on that one, and he was like, that little lift on that shoe.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. You talk about DEI, but you are disabled. He could get a Social Security check, quiet as it is kept.
Well, he's 80. Yes, of course he could.
He could have got that at 22.
Shit.
He has 5 words in his vocabulary.
Shannon, how much money do you think we can pool between you, me, Jarrell?
With me and you not really working.
Right, because we gonna need to break her out.
Hey,
Baby, they gonna come for you. Ma'am, they gonna come for you.
It's okay.
I got time.
Lord, the man's a window licker.
The golf cart general, it'll take him a little while.
Okay, allegedly.
Gonna be going after big people first before he finds our little ass podcast and finds out that we've been calling him all sorts of names. And
Mango Mussolini.
that one,
I mean, everybody calls him that. But you know what brought me joy this week? In the
What brought
midst
you
of
joy?
it, they said ICE got bogged down with people reporting Elon.
Yeah. I heard that too. I heard that
okay,
too.
but so here's the thing. They've been reporting the shit out of Melania too. But they
Yeah.
don't want to say it because they don't want to admit that people hate Melania.
Yeah. And they were people were saying, we don't know how to say his name. Is it Elon?
And that was my favorite.
I was
I
like,
think it's the Elon Musk. I don't. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. Maybe it's Elon.
uh-huh. Yeah. And I was like, I love it.
Guy won the internet for the day.
Yeah. He's
From
a
me.
South African and he's committing crimes and he's admitting to it. I was like,
Deported. But you know,
Yeah.
he's a naturalized citizen. Think no? He's a citizen. Why? They made him one. I don't know.
Well, maybe Trump can write an executive order to reverse that.
I mean,
He's
he's
really
got a
good at
lot of
them.
paper and pens and
Apparently,
you know,
he's got lots of time for that.
Yeah, that poor printer.
those
God
people
damn.
running back to the printer and getting those leather fobs that they have to go in. That he's,
Takes his Sharpie and
he likes his signature.
I signed my check
Right.
that I got today in the mail with a Sharpie because it was all I had in my car. And I was like, God damn it. I hate myself right now.
Do you see
look
this?
at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
no,
write
mine
with
was
them
like a
all the
legit
time.
Sharpie.
Yeah.
So I
So
was like him because, they got to hand him. I'm surprised they trust him with that.
who was it that I saw said just give him a pencil so we can erase it? Yeah, it's just a lot, guys. It's a lot. That brought me joy. But let's talk about something really, really quick. Have y'all noticed the racism with the Hispanics that are being deported or, threats of being deported? I ran across a video and I've seen a lot since Sunday. So people are asking Black women for help. We need your help. And no, not coming to you. But it was Hispanic
saying.
women. And they were like, but you need to be humble. So what's that about? I have seen multiple videos about this. And then I saw a man that said, we don't need the Black people's help because y'all can't stick together. You don't trust one another. And do you think that we are asking those things? And I had to react. I was like, well, your women are out here asking for it. Like, come on, God. But that was blatant racism. He said, well, Hispanics, we work hard, but you want our help.
It's FAFO season. It's coming for a lot of those people.
But to be
I mean-
racist when you need help. And so my first
Listen,
thing was,
that's-
well, bitch, get somebody else to do it.
Is that your privilege peeking through?
Your proximity to whiteness is what you thought.
Which
You know
equates
what?
to privilege.
And you know how we know this? Because it's just obvious. Everybody knows it. And if they don't know it,
Absolutely.
I mean, isn't that what Trump said? That's how he knew. He knew what it was. DEI. It's obvious.
Common sense.
It's common sense. He said he had common sense.
That's right. It's
No, you
common
don't.
sense.
No, you don't. You're lying, sir. You're lying.
Well, this is the same thing. It's common sense. If you don't see something that's racist,
Yeah, I was just floored by that. And I've seen a lot of those videos and I'm like, wow. But you know what? Get somebody else to do it.
Yep, right?
Because we don't organize. We don't help each other. So why are people asking us for help?
can I have the link to that video so I can ask him to please not?
Okay,
Because
I'll
we,
send it to you.
baby, because we
That's all
come
I'm
in
literally going to
clutch.
say is, please don't do this.
We come in clutch. That's why people
I'm
want to help.
here.
We're the ones that organize.
I hate people.
I mean,
I've
well,
seen several videos lately that say, listen to Black women. We need to follow Black women. Black women are the most educated people in this country. We wouldn't be in the position we're in now if Black women were in charge.
I don't think that press conference would have went the way that it went. And I think that Madam President would have been at that site
I was just about
probably
to
that
say,
night.
when we were first talking about it, I said, you know that if Madam President had been in that White House, she would have thrown on a little sweat set, put a baseball cap on, thrown Chucks on, and gone down. And would have been standing right next to Mayor Bowser.
Yep.
Not this one.
Nope. He didn't even reach out to her. She spoke to the White House.
Yeah, but not him.
Yeah. But yet he tweeted at like 11 or 12, just before 12:30, his little rage tweet.
All
Not
caps.
good. Well, no, it wasn't all caps this time. Only parts of it were all caps. It ended with not good.
So remedial. So remedial. Can you imagine? So, I don't want to go back to the crash, but I think about the victims and who was on the crash. Everybody was not American, right? So what do those countries think of our leadership that have no compassion for children that are not American?
That they
Pretty
get
sure
the
they
mess.
already knew that was a shit show.
I mean, yeah, but at this point, like, it was just very obvious. But he doesn't think about relationships with anybody.
He
like,
doesn't care about them.
no, because he wants to bully people.
Yeah, well,
See how big, bad, and tough America is.
Yeah, we're going tariff wars. Tariffs are going into place tomorrow.
Costs are expected to be passed right on along to the consumer from importers. We're going to probably see $10 eggs.
Yeah, if you can find them. And speaking with someone from another country and their perspective of what's going on here is insane.
Mind-blowing, because they think we've lost our minds. Like, how did he get a second term? How did y'all not see he was crazy?
We saw what happened the first time. Then, like, supposedly CDC is supposed to be shut down. They're trying to take the website down, is what I heard. So, yeah. But I just think about that. Like, we are the victims of his poor decisions and dictatorship.
He's crazy. We're the victims of his bowls of crazy.
And there are no guardrails. Like, nobody is stopping him.
Not a one. But I think testing the waters, see what he can get away with. I just really hope that greatest wishes that the Democrats or somebody's in some rooms strategizing and, calling in the just,
Powers that be.
yeah.
We
they
need
got a plan.
NATO. We need NATO. Do you see us over here? NATO.
Listen, he wants us to pull out of NATO. NATO, like, yon. He don't want us. He don't want us. Look, blink 2 times if you're okay.
Help us. Because my Lord today, like, we need some help.
That sound, help me.
Yeah. We need that. So I'll hold up signs. What do y'all need me to do?
Baby. I'll send smoke signals from over here.
Oh my
signals.
gosh. So yeah, we need some help. Because it's going to be, this is it's not even February yet. It's been the longest 7,033 days in 10 days. 10.
Again, can we skip to the good part?
Is it a good part?
Baby, which will be, what's that? 29, January 20-something, 2029 will be the good part. I want to know where Stacey Abrams is. Where is she? And what is she doing?
she's like, fuck y'all.
Right? I'm like, no, you got to get back on your Zoom, sis. Let's go.
Girl, they did not appreciate her. And she said, oh, okay. Yeah, but kind of
Baby,
like Kamala.
Listen, she flipped Georgia with it. Part of it counted. It counted again now, and it happened. But yeah, I'm like, Stacey, where are you?
You know,
Stop
you get
writing these
tired of
books for
being,
right now and come on back to do this work, ma'am. But
she's
Stacey
resting.
I'm just like, Stacey probably is like, no, y'all got it. I'm rested.
Because I told y'all about this shit. I told y'all, and y'all didn't listen.
We're sorry.
And we sitting over here looking crazy. All of us just look crazy. We don't know what to do. We have no clue what to do. We wake up full of anxiety.
Yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah.
I'm like,
really working on not being anxious. That's a conscious decision. I'm really working on making every day, because probably leading up to the inauguration and probably first couple days, I was very anxious. Very anxious. I was avoiding news coverage, and I just was like, yeah, this isn't great. I'm still trying to work on my health. I need to lower my cortisol levels because I'm trying to be fine. Double nickels are low. Be out here trying to, what is it? Somebody in the community said, I'm trying to get scooped up.
scooped up.
Trying to get scooped up. So ain't nobody got time to be stressed and having raised cortisol levels. So I'm really working hard not to be anxious and employing all kinds of strategies, things, if that means backing away from the television for a while, scrolling past some content that I would normally consume on social media, not consuming that content because, yeah, mental health is everything. And this can wreak havoc.
Yeah, it can.
Because it has everything to do with like safety, protection, not feeling like we're safe. And looking, am I going to be required to prove I'm a citizen?
Where is Olivia Pope? Where is Huck?
I just want Huck at this point.
And what was Olivia's daddy? Ronan Pope?
Yeah.
No, that was Papa Pope.
No.
What was his name, though? His name was...
I think it was Ronan, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. We need him. We need everybody. We need the Avengers. We need it all. I mean, and we need theme music when they come.
They can have whatever theme music they want. I literally don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, that's unreal.
Yeah.
And it's worse than it was before, right?
He came prepared.
That's the thing, because he did not think he was going to win last time. No. So they were just as shocked as everyone else, right? Mm-hmm. Whether they did do some manipulate some stuff last time, I still don't think that they thought it was going to necessarily work. And so then when they did win, they weren't prepared.
Yeah.
Now they have had his 4 years of his presidency and then the 4 years in between to prepare. Not him so much because he's a buffoon, but people around him.
And he's selling books now. Did you see that? He has a new book. Some kind of book.
He's selling everything. He is shilling everything. We done had Bibles, shoes, Bitcoin-esque kinds of things. Cryptocurrency. I'm not going to tarnish Bitcoin like that. Cryptocurrency.
People are not happy with him about that.
That's on you.
Yeah.
He's still collecting money, too. Have you seen that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And how is that legal? But he's a felon, so
I don't necessarily think it is, because I want to say I saw something where like his presidential PAC or something is still collecting money, but he can't ever run again, so he doesn't need a presidential PAC anymore.
Well, he's up for a third.
Well, he said he has enough money already. Didn't he say that when he was making the joke about the third term? He didn't know what to do with all this money he had left over. Fucking idiots.
I mean, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing because this is what the outside people out of the United States, other countries are looking at this. And again, they question our sanity.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because those little kumquats aren't sane.
No, they're not. Not about this anyway. Not about this.
It's a lot.
I had therapy today instead of on Wednesday. And she was like, because we obviously spent the majority of the hour talking about this. She was like, do you think you need to step away from the news and social media? Do you think? And I was like, no, because then that's letting them win, because that's exactly what they want. They want us to stop paying attention so that they can like
Do whatever.
Do more shit in the middle of the night. And so I'm like, no, because then I'll be panicked being like, well, what are they doing? So I'm like, I need to know. I just need to not consume my prescription gummies quite the way I have been. It's totally legal. But I mean, it's how I've been dealing with it, right? Just so that I don't see that fucking Muppet.
Girl, and he ain't giving that hair a rest. Stub it. Look at that little piece of hair that's sitting up there.
It's thinner than it was 4 years ago.
It's a two-penny, isn't it? It's a piece. That's a piece. I don't think he has hair. I believe that is a piece. And he is thins it out.
Yeah, no, it's a really bad comb over. It's from what I've heard, they they use the spray to keep it. I know men that think it works. Keep in mind, I was a hairdresser for 20 years.
Yeah, he needs to let it go, but that's a whole other topic.
And Mark Zuckerberg has a good hairpiece too, doesn't he? Baby.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with Meta.
Baby, his hair is doing all kinds of things.
Just saw some article about how he's blaming the wokeness of Meta on his friend and former business partner. What's her name? Sandy, whatever.
Sheryl Sandberg.
Thank you. Sheryl Sandberg. Yeah.
Is that Lean In? She's the author of... Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, what's her name?
He was leaning into that stuff.
No, he's saying it was pressure from her, and it was all her.
I mean, the tides are changing, huh? And the narratives.
Well, I mean, he could say that now.
Exactly, but he wasn't saying that then.
Right.
It's depending on what team you're on.
Well, and depending on who's in power.
Which speaks to what I want to know. So let's say 4 years from now, the tide changes.
Where is he going to tap dance to?
Yeah. What are all these tech bros going to walk back kind of all this stuff? And are companies going to walk back some of the other things?
I mean, they have made some decisions, and those are the beds they're going to have to lay in. Because we don't forget.
Why you ever forgetting? Which is a whole other issue tied to, and I don't know if this was wrapped up in the DEI decision. I'm struggling with, do I want to keep my Meta platforms? Do I want to shop at Target? Do I really want to shop at Walmart? Do I want to give any of these companies, I know, but I just did a curbside pickup there, ma'am. But do I want to give those folks my dollars? And if I don't, what does that realistically look like for me?
So I went to Target on Sunday. And I haven't been anymore this week, which is really, really odd for me. So I went to the Black History section and I bought a hat from there because it was very, very limited. It didn't look like it had looked over the past couple of years. I was disappointed in that. And I bought Honey Pot, which is a Black brand of, they did sell. I mean, they're still considered a Black brand, but those are the products that I bought. So, and that's it. Like my visit was $30 versus, $175. So I just got, like, literally as we are talking, Target sent me an email. Hey, Stacy, you have circle deals. Like literally just popped up.
Then I'm trying to make some decisions around that because I think the conversation is a bit more nuanced now.
You got it too?
Yeah.
That's
I probably got it. The conversation is a bit more nuanced now. It's not like the 60s where we didn't have large stakes in some of these businesses and have more to lose. Because I think it's very easy for people to be dismissive and be like, we're just going to boycott them. Well, it's not that simple anymore. It isn't. I have learned as some of these Black founders who have products in Target have shared, especially if they do much of the manufacturing and supply chain logistical stuff. When that stuff doesn't sell, they owe Target money. And so, that gives me consternation and heartburn because that could bankrupt some of these businesses, the penalties that Target puts in there. So I'm not so sure that boycotting is the answer. I do get several Black brands from Target, and I feel like I do want to continue to support those because I don't want them to stop because maybe that's what they're looking for. But if we kept supporting they wouldn't stop those efforts. But I mean, they've obviously scaled back considerably in the last few years because we had no black Christmas pajamas this year.
We sure did not.
I noticed that.
And I was like, where are our Christmas pajamas?
And there weren't as many Black Santa options in the. So we have like a cone Santa, like a felt cone Santa, and he's Black. Like, we have all colors.
Your elf on the shelf is Black.
Yeah, that was an accident. Like the Santa.
You have embraced him,
Yeah.
her, whatever.
We love
it is.
her, Judy. But I mean,
Big booty
I'm
Judy.
like, I don't.
Somebody.
New court ruling blocks Trump spending freeze despite withdrawal of policy memo. Federal judge in Rhode Island this time.
What's his name? Does it start with the L, last name?
No, the first one I thought was L.
Okay.
This one is District Judge John McConnell Jr. in Rhode Island granted a request by 22 states and the District of Columbia for a temporary restraining order that says the administration can't pause for
There's that restraining order. That's what I was talking about because it wasn't in place, I guess, on Wednesday night. That's what I was looking for on the news.
This was, because that's what I was struggling to find it. But we fucking have an administration that has a fucking restraining order.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because that is insanity.
Like,
that's how I saw about the crash on Wednesday. I was looking that up because I saw AOC's tweet and they said that it was a restraining order and old girl just keep talking. That's what her tweet was like. Yeah, just keep talking. And so I'm looking for that to be covered on the news. And as that was they were talking about something else and they were like, hold on. I'm hearing about a plane crash.
And
And so, I shouldn't have done that because I didn't sleep well that night. And I was up at like 5 watching the news about this.
Yeah, I think when you sent that, I was just like, what? Huh? Saw it. It was like, my God.
And then we think about these people. Obviously, what I'm saying is people are saying there are ring footage and you see the plane like fall out and then bodies being scattered in the parking lot. You can see it.
But yeah, my heart goes out to those people. That has got to be just your worst nightmare. It's your worst nightmare for that to happen. And I remember when I used to fly, when I was a flight attendant, I spent like 13 years. And I remember when anytime there was an incident or an accident, and if I had family who couldn't remember who I flew with, and it wasn't a Continental plane, they'd be blowing up my phone. And then when things did happen at Continental, everybody's in a tailspin until I can get to a phone and be like, I'm fine, don't worry. Because 9/11, because at the top of the World Trade Center was the Verizon tower, were a bunch of cell phone towers, with Verizon being the biggest carrier up there. Well, when it went down. So I had like a gazillion voice messages on my cell phone. I couldn't use my cell phone. So now a lot of people, most people in the New York tri-state area on 9/11 had no cell phone service. I had to use a calling card to call my mother and be like, I am fine. I was supposed to be in the air, but I'm not. I am fine. And I was like, can you please let everybody on your side know I'm fine?
Because they're blowing me up.
Well, people were going to be worried because while it wasn't, and again, it was mainly for people who didn't realize I didn't work for United or American, but just I was in the Northeast. Was I in the air? Was I on the ground? Nobody knew what I was doing. And I was supposed to be in the air because I was doing a fly for an employee. And we never could take off. And it was a good thing because I left everything except that which I was required to take with me on the plane in my office because I was like, I'm just doing a Boston turn. I'll be right back. Going to be gone probably about 3 hours. Be right. So there's no need to take anything. Literally, I left my phone, everything. My coworkers were like, when I got back downstairs, and was like, what the hell is going on? They were like, oh my God, we're so glad you did not take off. Because I would have been stuck and I would have had nothing. No wallet, no nothing. God takes care of babies and fools. Because I left it all at my desk. because I was going to be gone 3 hours.
So this is just classic you, Shannon, in the midst of this story. Like you saying, what happened? Like the other night.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
What happened?
I always, every time she texts it, I hear her say it. It's amazing.
What happened?
because y'all, like, yeah, I'm not out to lunch, but like the times I tune out. So like a night like tonight, y'all may be scrolling. I may be on a different side of TikTok, but I also am not tuned into like news sources and things like that. So I'll be like, what are y'all talking about?
No, we know where you are on TikTok.
Where,
Big dog
Shannon?
talk.
Are you still on there?
Yeah, she loves Big Dog
Listen,
Talk.
I have to go over there every now and again. I have to help the algorithm remember. I like it over there.
Haven't you sent me any of this?
You know what? I've talked about it during my lives. I talk about Big Dog Talk on my lives, and then
But you need to send me some of this so I
Right,
can watch.
I'm sorry.
We have a group. Sharing
Sorry,
is caring.
I'm sorry.
She
And
don't
then
care
you
about
know,
us.
I don't really
I
go
know.
on low cut seasons with the deep wave anymore. But Big Dog Talk, baby, every now and again, I have to make sure the algorithm remembers I like it over there.
Don't you remember? Don't you remember the first time I went to look at it? You were watching my face.
Yes, because
I didn't stop. I just let that video just keep going.
yeah, don't you love it when TikTok just lets it loop
I love it.
around?
I love it.
Yeah.
Like,
LB space is right in the camera. Hold on, sis. I'll send it to you.
speaking of face, he's got a nice looking one too. I mean, he don't have to have a nice looking face, but he does
I
have
mean-
one.
I make sure the algorithm remembers me. Take me there sometimes. Just sprinkle that in my timeline every now and again, baby. Sprinkle me, baby.
Look at
Just
LV's
sprinkle me,
face.
baby.
Now I'm now remembering. I can't remember. Someone did it. Was it Sarah? Someone did it. They were like, okay, I've seen this work with people, and she's like, mid-sized moms over 30, just starts going through all these like categories she wants to see more of. I'm just gonna
Phone
make
be
a video and
listening.
just be like, over
Listen,
and
your
over
phone's
again. That's all I
listening. Your
want.
phone's listening.
It is.
I bet
Yeah,
you.
it doesn't listen as well though as Meta. Meta listens way better. Fuck you, Zuckerberg.
Exactly. But
I used to
yeah.
come up with nicknames for him. I don't have any for him.
Zuckerberg. Sucker.
No, I need. I
Sucker.
need. I like the alliterations and
Okay. All right. But yeah, I every now and again, I need to remind the algorithm of some other things that I like. So I go off in search of some other things on TT, just so it knows, hey, she like it over, 'cause I like it over there. Spice.
You know what I-
Baby, Big Dog Talk me.
right. Wait,
LB said on
TikTok. One of the first accounts I ever followed was Thor, the wood chopping guy, and I love him even more now because he's trying to round up the troops. I'm pretty sure he even has a video where he was like, "Black women, y'all have done enough. Take a break. We got this." And I'm like, "No, sir, we actually don't have this. But keep this energy because I thought you chopping wood was sexy. This
With the aggression.
sexy as well. I mean, I think he's probably married or but just
Share him with me. I want to see him. I've
you
never
don't know
heard of
Thor? He's got 5 million followers.
He hadn't made it to my side of TikTok because listen, everybody on Big Dog Talk.
Yeah, I know, and he's not he's a lumberjack. He is trying. He's like, fuck Meta, fuck the oligarchy. We are gonna get together. I mean, he is trying to round up the people and do the things, and I'm like,
No, share him with me.
I will.
I no idea who he is.
Did you know we had Mega too? Make
God, I
Europe
heard about that.
great again?
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Found out about that. I didn't know
That's
that.
so unfortunate.
But I can't believe it.
It's not going far.
Yeah,
but I
but
mean,
it's
you
still
want to-
right wing. It's
Well,
far right wing extremists over there.
Not
mean-
really. So I'm hearing that they rejected that party in their last election.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But-
By a good amount.
But I mean, neo-Nazi Nazism didn't just stay in Germany.
Yeah. I mean, we've got some times to look forward to. Are people getting prepared for this staycation that people are calling for? You guys heard about that? To not spend money, stay in the house,
Yeah.
Well,
kind of stock up.
yes. So me and my Bible study group,
Mm-hmm.
we so instead of doing our lesson this week, we made a list of things to stockpile, come up with a strategy. There's some things like that we've decided we would switch off and do, like I'm making butter. Going to be making butter next week.
Can't you buy some and just freeze it?
It's expensive. And it's fun to make it? It's just heavy whipping cream.
Yeah, but you do realize heavy whipping cream is about the same price as butter, right?
No. My heavy whipping cream is not.
I'm not doing that.
My
Costco
butter is not
cheaper.
that expensive. What kind
Easy life me,
It's
honey.
like
Let me just go buy it.
$4 for a pound.
Okay, well,
$4
just
and
let me
change.
buy that and put it in the freezer.
So I'm making butter, and then I could get.
of my
It's a
butter's not that
twofer.
expensive.
It's a twofer. Butter, and
the
then
buttermilk.
you get
Yeah.
buttermilk. It's a twofer, and then I can use buttermilk to make buttermilk biscuits.
You really gonna be?
I make buttermilk pancakes.
I love that kind of stuff, and I'm already making my own vanilla extract.
Fuck off, Betty Crocker.
It's about easy life me, honey. Let me go to the store and get it and just
don't
hoard it.
y'all hate on my homemaking
Okay,
skills.
I was just about to say, like, I'm pretty sure that like 90% of our listeners, like all 5 of you, y'all aren't interested in marrying Shannon, but clearly she's got this like little house on the
Domesticated side
prairie.
that we didn't know anything about. She's making butter.
Honey, I'm making butter and then putting
Have you ever made butter?
no, but it's very easy. I've made whipped cream before, and
Yeah,
you just keep going.
That's the only way. Okay, yeah. So you
That
are
doesn't
going to do it
sound
in a
like
stand
fun.
mixer. You're not going to try to do it the window licking way.
Nobody churning no butter.
No, there's
I
there
use
was
my professional grade KitchenAid.
yeah. No, there was
Oh,
like
that's
the
good.
trend. There was the trend with like the shaking in the mason jar.
That
Hell
sounds
no.
slow.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah,
That sound
exactly.
like
No,
slow
we're
people
using
stuff.
our KitchenAid stand mixer. I have a
Okay.
professional grade mixer
Okay.
that I've had for quite some time, for
Name?
like close to 20 years. May have been added 20 years.
20 years too.
And so, yeah, we're going to pour that heavy whipping cream in there and let it whisk away, baby, till it starts to separate.
I don't even have a KitchenAid mixer.
Yeah, I'm a baker. I like to bake, and I bake from scratch.
You know.
So do I.
No box cakes over here,
Nope.
baby.
Me either. And my buttercream. I have all different flavors of buttercream that I make.
Yeah, I can make buttercream from scratch, too.
We do.
It's nice. I'm so glad that you guys can.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll buy a mixer because they are cute, but I don't know what.
So, yeah, so I'm making butter over here. I'm making vanilla extract.
Yeah.
I've got two
Nope.
huge, I got 2/5 brewing.
No.
Steeping.
No, I'll just ask my daddy because he'll just order me the good stuff from
You're
King
going
Arthur
to want some
flour.
of my vanilla extract. My
Just put-
homemade.
Yeah.
Send it.
May not share. Y'all are
Girl,
hating
don't
on
do
my
that.
vanilla extract. Y'all are hating.
No,
You're
I'm just saying
haters.
no.
You're being snobbish because you're just
No,
like, well,
no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
getting
no,
some
no, I don't- I
Madagascar
just-
vanilla extract.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. Like if my dad, when my dad's like, I'm ordering from King Arthur, what do you want? Work smarter, not
Harder. Exactly.
But where's the fun in some of it? So do you
Why
use King
is
Arthur
that
cake
fun?
flour? Like to say you
This
made
is
it.
not-
And then and actually what I plan to do is make a series of compound butters.
Well, that, yeah.
Not
I've
Nice
done
little
that.
house on the prairie.
I
Like,
do
what are we
that.
doing here? We don't have to
I
do
just
this.
don't make my own butter.
Yeah, we're
We
gonna
don't
make
have to do
compound butter.
this.
So we're gonna do like a nice like garlic butter
Mhm.
compound.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even a little lemon in it. Then
Yeah.
we're gonna do like some cinnamon sugar butter.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should do a
We're gonna
fresh
do all
herbs
these-
butter
I was gonna say
with
yes,
all the
like
shrimp you eat.
with like rosemary and thyme. Yes. So, but honey, we're over here. But anyway, I digress. But we
Yeah,
made
this
a
went
whole.
all left.
I mean, the world is a dumpster fire.
Well, this goes back to like making your own stuff, surviving kind of off the land. Like
No,
we
I
were
don't wanna
like,
do
maybe
that.
because I have all this land, maybe I should get some chickens to
Yeah,
lay
do that.
to lay eggs.
Because
And-
when I come visit, I'm gonna chase them. I chase my friends.
So
really
listen
fun.
here. We're talking about like getting animals, and I just want to go to the store and get the things that I need and put them in
Ma'am,
my
you may
freezer.
not be able to get to the store at a certain point.
I mean, so you start stocking up now while I'm able-bodied to go.
Exactly. But then there's some things that as they perish, you may not be able to get to the store to replace, i.e. butter.
I'm not buying a cow.
I'm not eating that much damn butter.
No, what you do, me and some friends are probably going in together to technically buy a cow, but what it'll be is the cow. No. Listen. It's the cow broken down. So when you say you're buying a cow, it's all the parts.
Yeah.
But they've already
People do that around
broken
here
it
all the time.
down, freeze dry, not freeze dried it, vacuum sealed it, sealed it, and you get it all. And we're looking at doing that and splitting it. That in a hog.
Yeah, that's super. I live in central Pennsylvania. That happens daily here.
Yeah. You should be, aren't you near some Quakers?
I'm near
No?
Amish.
I'm sorry, Amish, not Quakers.
Yeah.
And I am too. We've got some Amish people
So
here.
you should be getting like Amish sausage, all the things. They living off their land.
Yeah, no, there's a butcher that I love, like way out right near Amish country. They're not Amish, but they like use local livestock. But
See,
I still don't no, I draw the line, no. But I was saying buy a cow so that you can make your milk.
I don't drink milk.
Well, no, to make your
So for
make your butter.
Doomsday, look, so for Doomsday, no, you need powdered milk.
Powdered
milk is on the list. I need to take a picture of the list and
I
send
don't
y'all.
want to make a doomsday list.
Leave the world
You
behind.
may not want to, but
There's a reason why I stopped watching Game of Thrones when the White Walkers came.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Never saw it.
I saw it.
However, I'm
Yeah, you
telling you,
creep.
we have a list, and what we've agreed to do is buy 2 or 3 extra things when we go to the grocery store. So, like on my grocery store run day before yesterday, bag of rice and a bag of beans. They'll get put up off to the side. So yeah, we have a stockpile list. I will share. It's all the things: flour, sugar, all the things, powdered milk, beans, lentils. May want to learn to can. Saying. Help us. Help. I am just saying. We have a list. We're shopping from our list. And you know what? Ma'am. Because who knows? And it's almost seed season. Buying some seeds, buying some hydroponic things for my arrow garden. You know what? They're hating, but they're going to want some of my stuff. You all mark my words. They're going to want some of my stuff.
Well, I think
And I'm
that's
no
gone
conspiracy
well.
theorist. However, living in the end days.
Let me move it up close.
Your screen is blurred. I see it.
Hold on, I'm
This might be a
struggling over here.
video. Might be a video. Just looking like a hostage like this.
Help us. Help us. There's going to be one today.
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Yeah, y'all are gonna wish that you had my stuff. You better stock up. Because
Let me make this a little bit more legible to go on. I might need my big Sharpie for this.
and I'm gonna buy like another shelving set for my boat dock, and all of my stockpile is going in my boat.
Can you read this? Literally saw, I think that was where I saw, I'm pretty sure Trudeau was commenting on Trump's, anyway, it was on a Canadian TV TikTok. And so I said, not me, looking through the comments, trying to find any single men that might want.
Get you some
A wife.
Canadian citizenship.
Yeah, they really
Go
shouldn't have
over.
done away with Maple Match, because I really, really could sign up for that right now.
What? Oh, Maple Match. You know, the other side of TikTok I'm living on is
The Canadian ones, are any of them hot and looking for wives?
no, like kind of the expat side, like people who have moved abroad.
Yeah,
People who
it's sounding
move-
better and better every day.
Abroad, like there are lots of creators who are living over in like Asia.
We didn't
the
want
Far
this. We voted blue.
East. Part of the 92%. Part
Just-
of it.
Okay.
I will gladly show you my voting records.
Yeah.
You know,
We're innocent.
again, protect your peace.
Well, I can tell you right now, trying to learn how to can ain't gonna protect my peace.
That is not. That sounds stressful. Like
It is
these things.
not. It can be relaxing. And for somebody, Stacey, you say you like to cook. Ma'am,
Who said I want a can?
you
to cook too, but canning is
No.
a bridge too far.
water bath canning.
Nope, fuck off.
Y'all see how they treating me? Do y'all see this? I'm trying to help them survive doomsday. And they're not here for And they're not here for it. They are not here. I'm trying to share my shopping list, help them get some survival skills to live off the land. This one still wants to go to the store.
Yeah, I want to go to the damn store until it's existing. Shit, I'm just going to buy whatever.
Hey, what country is easiest to move to from the United States right now? Because we are a dumpster fire and I want out.
Okay, I found this on the web for what country is easiest to move to from the United States right now.
Some YouTubes. We'll watch these later.
Okay. Yeah, so.
Love to know the results. Which
there's a
countries
Reddit.
does she What?
Yeah. Guys,
No one's giving me answers.
this week has been a zinger. It's only 10 days.
It has been. However, protect your peace. Don't be anxious. Get on some other sides of social media or come off.
Yeah.
Come off. And if you need to stay away from the news, which I know a lot of my friends, I don't know about you guys, a lot of my friends don't watch the news.
Yeah,
Because
I don't.
they say it's all doom and gloom.
Yeah, I don't watch it. I just happened to be watching it on Wednesday, and I wish I wasn't.
Well, I'm back to watching Rachel Maddow.
That's who I was watching Wednesday.
And I just keep thinking, how fucked up it. I mean, if she's like, yeah, no, I will. I've had already said goodbye to this, but no, we got to go back Monday through Friday. Like, I have to go back. I have to hold him accountable.
But how, again, I think I hate to say this, some of this sits on the Democrats' shoulders in terms of how to break past the barrier to get people to see and to really take action.
But here's the crazy shit. So, you know how Hakeem Jeffries was like, we will fight him with, the votes. We will fight him here. We'll, and then we'll fight him in the streets. Meaning, like, we're going to get out and we're going to be knocking on the door. Like, do you know those mango-loving kumquat buffoons are all like, because MTG, that little muffle, God damn.
Word on the street is she might be trying to run for governor of my great state.
Probably. Well, she's still campaigning for the Gulf of America. Give it up. It's never going to happen.
Well, Google said they're going to change
Google
it on
changed
map.
the maps.
Well, of course, Google did, but like other countries are still going to refer to it as the Gulf of Mexico because it's the fucking Gulf of Mexico and it doesn't matter. Well,
Tell us
Out
how
of
you
all the
feel.
things we need to tackle in this world, renaming an existing body of water and a mountain
yeah,
are not.
I refuse to even
We're not even going
acknowledge
to talk
that
about
right
that.
now.
That was just
That
foolishness.
will keep me up at night, but he probably will succeed. But no. So they're going around being like, oh, they're going to January 6th. Like, and so now suddenly January 6th was violent because they're all saying like, oh, they're going to, get so violent. He's calling for violence in the streets. They're
so he can
asking
declare
for him.
martial law.
Yeah, they're saying to him, saying that Hakeem Jeffries needs to apologize.
We already know he ain't going to do it.
I just want to be like, y'all, just because when you hear in the streets, y'all are such low class, low rent humans that you immediately think like in the streets means fighting when we're intellectuals. In the streets means we are going grassroots on your asses. You dumb motherfuckers.
Tiki torches.
We got to
We're
get
not
back our
those.
ground game. We have got to get back our ground game.
I don't know. It just.
And figure out who we're putting up in 4 years. Who is emerging in 4 years?
And can we talk about those confirmation hearings?
God, I thought you were going to say Lara Trump, and I was like, what now?
Did y'all see RFK? With that-
No,
First
did
of
you
all-
see Caroline Kennedy Schlossberg's heartfelt video? Baby, she came for her cousin. She said,
She is sick of him. Sick of him and his shit. Okay? She is
One time
sick
for
of
the
his
one
shit.
time.
She knows that he ain't shit, and she let us all know.
In a
And
very
gave-
sweet and loving way.
She did. It was so decent and ladylike.
Did anyone else, though,
She's a
gasp?
Kennedy.
Yeah, but did anyone else gasp when she talked about the creatures in the blender?
Yeah.
I literally was watching. I go,
She was, yeah.
She was very poised, polite.
but blunt as fuck.
Yeah. But did anybody watch? I saw clips of his hearing. And
Couldn't watch, but I saw clips.
Yeah,
Well, no, apparently we're not supposed to make fun of that because he has some condition.
DEI.
he needs a reasonable accommodation. Yeah.
A cough drop.
Maybe that's a thing. So I'm wondering, is the government going to do away with the accommodation disclosure form?
That's interesting. And I also heard Kash Patel told some lies and Cory Booker caught him in some lies.
Yeah.
But it's going to run the FBI.
So we're talking about a shit show week. We can't leave that out.
My the one that got me was when he was asked very bluntly about like Bernie Sanders. I've never been a Bernie girl, but sir, thank you. You made RFK look like a complete and utter buffoon. So now that he's suddenly not anti-vax, why he has this organization, he's like, oh, well, I'm no longer on the board.
He didn't say it like that.
Yeah, well, he was like, well, I'm no longer, and he was like, but you were a part of it. And so, and he goes, oh, you are okay with selling the baby onesies that say things like never been jabbed for $26. And he was like, well, I'm not on I gave up my board seat. And he goes, but you founded it, so pretty sure you can tell them to stop. And if you're no longer anti-vax, don't you think you should tell them to stop selling 26?
You know what got me about his confirmation is the different vaccine schedules for Black people, because, and I said,
where we do that at? Where the hell do we do that at?
Because y'all have more antibodies. I mean, he basically called you stronger, but the fuck?
Yeah.
I was just sitting there. I was like, Lord Jesus.
I saw that on the news and was just like, you've got to be kidding.
Yeah, see, I was talking about my favorite part, not my least favorite.
Yeah. It's been a interesting week.
Man.
The number of times I've gasped at
my
just
cussing.
Blatant. It's just blatant. Like, I know that it happens like all the time, every day, just in everyday life, but not on like when we're interviewing future government officials, right? Like, not blatant racism constantly. Like, not even hiding it. Like, just...
No, they're going for the gusto this time around, baby. Shalimar, second time around, they're going for it.
But so the number of times I've just gasped this week being like, 1950 called, they want their rhetoric back.
Stop gasping. Because part of that is to overwhelm you and shock you.
I'm not overwhelmed, but...
And,
take more than that. My ex-husband.
Well, next week will be week 3. So, I mean...
See what else is in store.
I know. It'll be nonstop. I wonder what other kind of little papers he'll sign.
No telling, child. No telling.
I'm just going to hold up my sign.
Got to make you a better sign.
I need a poster board.
I'm going to Target tomorrow.
Have you been boycotting too?
No, but I'm trying to think if I have any poster board downstairs in the basement that I could repurpose. Like, reuse, recycle, bitches.
Yeah. Well, so I guess we can wrap up with our good, bad, ugly. Okay, go Shannon.
Well, I really am working on my being better organized in like planning out my week and writing things down, because I can be forgetful. Menopausal brain. I did it this week. I got like a lot of boxes checked off, and I'm ready for my reset on Sunday. And that just, I call that a win. I am back in my planner girl era.
I'm only saying this because, like, deep down, I'm jealous. I'm just never going to be that girl. Hell, she wrote her sign on a notepad. I wrote my sign on a phone and failed miserably at it.
All right, LV.
Yeah.
You're good?
Do I have a good?
You're living.
Yeah, I'm breathing. I'm still upright, you motherfuckers. Yeah, I mean, I guess my good would just be, I'm back, baby. It does feel a little good to be like, I can be snarky political again. I feel like when Biden was in the White House, it just wasn't, I didn't get the same joy out of putting those kumquats in their little places. And now I get to do it all over again. I mean, I would much rather have a sane human, any human. Hell, I'd rather have Poppy, my dog, in the White House as the president. But I'm just saying, like, if I can find one little... Because they're dumb.
Stacey, you're good?
So you know what? My good for the week, and it's really kind of snarky, so I don't know if it's good, but it felt good for me, is I'm flooding Facebook. These are people that I know, that I went to high school with, that voted for Trump, that are on my page, right? So I am flooding them with all of the stories of the dumb things that he's doing, like making it be in their faces. And I feel like that, and they're cringing and they're not going to say anything, but that's my good, like being a troll in that manner.
All right.
I know.
It is fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It's necessary too.
Yeah. I enjoy it.
All right.
Stacey?
Bad and ugly are going to be the same. This crash that we saw this week, that was horrible. People lost their lives. And to see it blamed on another administration or two different administrations because the commander-in-chief doesn't want that blood on his hands. That's bad for the country.
Should not have been politicized.
It should not. It was an accident and people lost their lives. So we need to be praying for those families.
Absolutely.
So that was 2 and 1. It was a stain on us again.
Correct. My bad and ugly my bad is the plane crash. Because it's never great when airplanes fall out the sky and crash for any reason. My ugly is the world. It's a dumpster fire, right? Or America's a dumpster fire right now.
Yeah,
and it's ugly. It is indeed ugly. LV?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, both those plane crashes, because apparently Philly is just a shit show right now. They said it was a medical plane, a medical jet.
Wow.
Medical ambulance.
It's just, for me, it's just like so heartbreaking. But yeah, so that's my bad. And then my ugly is Elon Musk. Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
That Mars bar, like
He's not a Mars bird.
he's obsessed with going to fucking Mars. And he looks like the center of the Mars, like the marshmallowy part, because he's so pasty white.
Then he's kind of squishy too.
But he did to the FAA exactly what Trump is trying to do to the Department of Education. And it is wild because these teeny tiny little men get their fifis hurt and then they decide they are going to seek retribution now that they are in power. And it is just, it's ugly. It's straight up ugly. Because just because the FAA told Elon his giant penises couldn't go up in the sky for a while and they fined him some money, he's like, fuck you, I'm going to take the head of your department. And like, I understand, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but like, okay, so these plane crashes did just happen, but we don't have a head of the FAA to maneuver through this whole thing.
Yeah.
And they don't care.
America's in a bad way.
Yeah. So again, put the sign up. I think that's the wrong side. There we go. Yep. That is from all three of us. Shannon's laughing, but she's...
Come on, NATO. Come through. Spin the block on America. Or just come to the block. NATO, come to the front.
Are you in here? Are you watching this?
Come to the front.
And if that doesn't work, hey, Justin Trudeau, if you could just like take pity on some of us, I don't know, like maybe like 70 million of us ish.
Check our records though.
We will.
And make sure we are not flogging in the club.
Because any FAFO former kumquats, no, y'all get to stay here. Y'all get to stay here. But those of us
get
who
what you
didn't,
earned.
Yeah, Trudeau. Shannon can make maple butter.
The enticement.
Shannon will make maple butter for you.
Got no
Help
problem
us.
with that.
Please.
Help.
And then
Okay.
she'll probably figure out how to make maple syrup. So it'll be
Yeah,
a
you tap a
win-win for
tree.
everyone.
You don't make it. You just tap the tree.
And on that note,
You have to then boil it and stuff though. No, it's not. You don't just
but
tap
I
the
mean,
damn tree.
but I'm saying get it. You just tap the tree, and you have to wait and let it drain out.
Again, from the Northeast, well aware how you do it. My godfather actually used to do it. Sign up. Yep. Yeah. That sounds like a better plan.
And if they don't, you better figure something out, man, because you're not gonna be able to get to the store.
I don't
Got
know
a
what I can
Bronco.
do. I'll figure out something.
We'll figure it out.
Yes,
We'll figure out something. We're talented people. We'll figure it out.
make it do what it do. All right, LV.
Well, friends, thanks for listening to this shit show of an episode. Make sure you do all the things, and a lot of y'all are not doing all the things. We need you to do all the things. So,
Please.
subscribe, comment, share our posts that we post on other social media platforms, because that really helps us. Because we want to keep going and keep going and going and going and going. And so,
Absolutely.
yeah, if you could just, spread the word, spread the collective. Let's make the collective bigger.
Yes.
And if you want to follow us on all our socials, one of you ladies can do it.
The A Collective Pod. The A Collective Pod. Wherever you
really
get your podcast.
Sisterhood meets sass. Bro, this is funny. This.
Oh, I'm putting bloopers in at the end of every episode.
Is the dog settled?
No.
Okay.
Lay down.
Girl, he is
Not
not
on
getting
me.
ready to mind.
Not on me. Lay down. But you can lay beside me. There you go. Lie beside me. Oh, boy. Boy, I can't. Your grandmother that you never met would have been on my ass for that one.
What happened?
I said lay down.
Lie down.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom would have been mad at you about that one?
Yes.
There it is. Those hussies talking about me.
It has. Sorry.
We got a lot of edits here today.
That bloopers, crazy time.